Welcome to the Virtual Strategic Solutions Virtual Reality Simulation System. Accessing Legacy Dataset. Files loaded, simulation ready. Centaurs are mutated hybrid creatures created from experimentation with the Forced Evolutionary Virus, named for their malformed legs. West Coast centaurs encountered in New California and the Mojave Wasteland were created by the Master. The creation process involved tossing a varied mix of different animals, including humans, dogs, and cats, into a Forced Evolutionary Virus, FEV, VAT, to be infected by the virus, and then seeing what mutant chimera emerged as the virus produced rapid and unpredictable mutations. The resulting centaurs can differ quite radically in physical appearance from one another. However, all known centaurs are somewhat humanoid in appearance. Despite this, consuming them is not an uncommon practice, such as with Mum's Diner of the Den. Used by the Master as a sort of guard dog, these mutant chimeras weren't tamed in the traditional sense. Like their Western counterparts, the Capital Wasteland centaurs were created by infection with the FEV along with the super mutants. Their birthplace, like the super mutants, is Vault 87. They often accompany the super mutants, serving as watchdogs and alert their masters to danger. Centaurs are large, fleshy creatures consisting of human and canine components, named after its 3 pairs of leg-like arms. Centaurs walk along the ground on their massive, gash-covered torsos with movement similar to that of giant ants. The rear pair of arms serve as the creature's legs, connected to the pelvis and driving movement. The front pair of arms assist in walking, but are connected to the shoulder blades and considered arms when targeted with an aimed shot. The middle pair of arms may serve as legs, but are connected neither to the pelvis nor the shoulder blades. Each pair of arms has a bone structure similar to that of humanoids, although the hands only have 3 to 4 fingers. 2-headed centaurs have 2 heads, one being canine and the other humanoid. Each head is mounted on a thick, lengthy neck, converging into the main body and spine at the base of the torso. The canine head struts when walking and is used in attacking, suggesting some level of control over the body. Likewise, it is the only head labeled as such during an aimed shot. The canine head can also be seen biting at the human head, at which point the human head evades, suggesting some level of individual thought. A large number of red tentacles spill from the creature's swollen groin and writhe around on the ground. They extend under the centaur's torso and may lash out from under the base of the neck. Centaurs also have a large rib cage and drooping spine along the back of the torso. One-headed centaurs encountered in the Capital and the Mojave Wastelands are somewhat different from the 2-headed creatures seen along the west coast. A muscular humanoid torso sits upright upon a sloped insect-like abdomen. When walking, the front 2 pairs of arms drive the creature forward, with the rear pair dragging along the ground next to the abdomen. The centaur's torso sways when the body moves, with the limbs moving in slow yet abrupt motions. Jagged bones sprout from the creature's spine and along the rear abdomen. Similarly, numerous teeth-like bones surround the torso's abdominal muscles. A single human head sits upon the torso, connected with a thick, brawny neck. A pained expression is worn on the face, with 3 tongue-like tentacles sprouting from the creature's mouth and reaching the length of the torso. The centaur is covered in thick purple veins, and its shoulders end in bony stumps. Larger versions of centaurs, ironically monikered as evolved centaurs, also exist in the Capital and Mojave Wastelands. While having generally the same body shape, evolved centaurs have tight, deeper-toned skin and have grown a large number of tumors along the back. The creature's purple veins and protruding bone fragments are less prominent than the standard centaur. Evolved centaurs can also grow to be much larger and have darker-colored tongues. Centaurs of all known varieties are not harmed by radiation, but seem drawn to it, as they are often found in heavily irradiated environments. So far, the 2-headed centaurs have only been encountered on the west coast, in New California. One-headed centaurs retain the hands, arms, and only the human-like head of its 2-headed cousins. Unlike the 2-headed version, however, it has 3 long tentacle-like tongues coming out of its mouth instead of feelers on its back, and uses a ranged attack, a high-arcing, slow-moving saliva projectile that can carry lethal doses of radiation and is fairly accurate, even at long range. It is capable of igniting lingering gas vapors as well. In close quarters, it utilizes a long, three-pronged tongue to whip and slash at any intruders. This kind of centaur can be encountered both in the west and the east of the former United States. An even bigger variety of the evolved centaur, the giant evolved centaur, is the largest and most dangerous variation of a centaur to be discovered to date. One is located in the Devil's Throat. Many-headed centaurs have multiple heads, stretching mouths and extra pairs of limbs growing on their back. While ultimately cut from Fallout 4, this centaur variant appears in Fallout, Wasteland Warfare, and on the Magic, the Gathering card, branching evolution.